FPS. We actually have more FPS when we have a better resolution. That doesn't make sense. Migrate all. Whirling assault armor. So why did we go Huntress? The reason we go Huntress is because of the ascendancy that doubles the amount of evasion that we get from our gloves, helmet, and boots. Now, well, you said armor. Yes, it's because we're gonna use that ascendancy to have way more armor even without a shield. Because the biggest problem is we're going to use a quarterstaff, and if you use a quarterstaff, it's very hard to stack armor. So by having that ascendancy, we're going to be able to stack a lot of armor by using iron reflex to convert the evasion from our boots, helmet, and gloves. And since we're doubling the amount, this is going to give us a lot of armor even though we don't have a shield. So early game, what we're going to do is we're going to stack strength, and we're going to go down here towards polymath, and at the same time we're going to be very close to iron reflex. And by going jack of all trades and taking the reduced attributes requirements, we're going to be able to wear anything we want, and that's the idea. Now to level, by going strength, we're going to go stomping ground and rake, the classic, but the idea is to only look for items with rarity. We want to stack rarity as much as possible and farm for uniques, drop as many unique as possible, and that way we should be able to obtain a pillar of the cage god. And once we have a pillar of the cage god, we can stay strength and we can go whirling assault. And by going all reduce attack speed on two handers everywhere here, we can use unyielding and unabating to be extremely tanky and not die, because we already died 3 times trying this build and it's enough. Now the good thing about our ascendancy is we're going to be able to use Black Braid so that we can have crazy armor that applies to elemental damage, or we can have a full armor chest piece that will just give us a lot of armor, or maybe late game find a Chaos art, but that I'm not too not too sure about that one, but it's a possibility for late game. Now Pillar of the Cage God shouldn't be too hard to chance, so hopefully we can get that as soon as possible. And right when we get that, we switch from Stomping Ground to Whirling Assault. There's also a beautiful belt that act a bit like the Tactician, which give us 200% armor, but at the cost of having a maximum physical reduction of 50%. Oh, Rarity on gloves! Perfect. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to stack Rarity as soon as possible, and since Rake is super powerful, even though we only stack Rarity, we should be able to farm. And at the same time, it's gonna give us an experiment, because we already tried to stack Rarity to get low level uniques, but we were only killing Bara, and we're not leveling and not progressing through the game. Now we're gonna stack Rarity and progress through the game at the same time, and see how fast we can go from a fresh start to have really cool uniques. Now at first I thought that our ascendancy with Huntress would give us a really cool way to scale our Pillage of the Cage God if we can socket some accuracy, but I don't think that the extra damage is added on the weapon, it's added as extra, like for example rings. So I don't think Killer of the Cage God is going to be good for that ascendancy. We're just probably going to need a better weapon in the late game that is not Pillar of the Cage God. Yeah, I don't think the shader thing works. It worked for a while, then now it's not working. Maybe it's the first time it loads. I don't know. There's also like really a high chance that it's just the last update that broke the game and has nothing to do with anyone's shaders or anything. Haha, Rarity! Rarity, Rarity, Rarity. 10% Rarity. What? I'm not gonna lie guys, I think Linux was running better. I had to put my max render resolution to 1K by 600 to not drop below 60. And in Linux I was dropping below 60, so I was like, I'm lagging, but usually I never play full 1080p. Maybe Linux is better actually. Would have to try again maybe. The thing is, I didn't try to go for lower resolution on Linux. I should have tried it before saying it's not good. Maybe it's just my computer was not handling it well. Because to be honest, Linux was running really well, like overall. And PoE 1 was running so smooth. And look, I have some lag still. I don't know. Maybe it's just the last update that makes it worse, and that Linux is actually running fine. There's also the Pop OS on Linux, which I didn't install. I was running straight Ubuntu, but apparently there is a OS. It's called Pop OS, and everything comes like pre-installed, like good stuff. You know, you don't need to like break your head or anything. Everything works straight out of the box, especially if it's like a Steam game. So maybe we should try that. Maybe we should retry again the Linux. It's just such a pain to reinstall everything. Could use a tool though, like make an image of the current computer and easily reinstall everything like it is right now. That could be an option to test it again. Because let's be real, like Windows is so bad nowadays. it's the worst thing ever. I have no idea how they can be worth so much money but be so bad at the same time. Since I dropped my resolution, I don't see like unloaded texture anymore. I think it's just my computer cannot handle filming and playing the game in 1080p. Just impossible. Oh my god, that AMOLED is so insane. But it doesn't give rarity. Not sure if it's worth it. Yeah, I don't know guys, I don't even have a 60 FPS stable. It's really weird. Even in Windows. So Linux was actually running better. By the way, so far no drops, and I've been running the AMOLED that gives rarity instead of the one that gives me a lot of strength. We're keeping up with the plan. Full rarity, no matter what. It's not like we lag damage anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the last update that makes everything lag. It has nothing to do with because it doesn't make sense. I have the last driver, I have everything good. I even tried it on multiple computers. Well, same computer, different OS. Windows 10, Windows 11, Linux, all not going super well right now. So maybe the last update just didn't broke a bit everything. Let me know if you guys have issues or not, or if it's just me. One thing for sure is that when the texture is not loading, for example, it's only the first time I'm in the zone. So maybe because I'm on a fresh install, I'm still gonna get that. But since I'm keeping all the shader, maybe I'll be okay the next time I come by. That would make sense. Yeah, 40 FPS, what is that? I've never had such bad FPS ever. It's really weird. Wait, it was invisible. What? Yeah, no, there's either a huge problem with my driver, which I doubt, because I've tried like multiple drivers and it's always the same problem. I guess there's a problem with the game right now. The thing too is like this game is early access, so they're gonna change a lot of stuff. And the more stuff they change, the more chance they break something. So it's not the end of the world, it's just part of the process. Headquarters staff? Yo, do we switch? It's actually so bad. It's like the worst quarterstaff of all time. Even as a leveling quarterstaff, it's bad. I'm not sure what's the design behind it. It's like there's no use case. That ring is crazy. Oh yeah. Polymathy. We're starting to have a bit of int, not much. It's really hard to get int. I've made a filter to have every type of rare possible, except the full int. Hybrid stuff, we want to see it because we have kinda enough int to have mixed stuff. The idea is to drop like every rare, possibly an upgrade, even though it's not full strength or whatever we're stacking. The idea is to always be able to have a good upgrade with some rarity. Something like this is pretty good. 20% rarity? No way. What? Okay. I just went to my NVIDIA settings and I've let like NVIDIA do an optimization on the game. It put the graphic like really high quality. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm not used to see that well. I have 60 frames, it's never going down with better quality. I don't know. I don't understand. I have no idea. Like what is going on? Higher quality, better frame. Everything is high. And I lag less. I need explanation here because that doesn't make any sense. Now I'm trying something. 30 FPS cap to see if it's so weird. I wonder if on the video it's smoother than on my screen right now, because I'm not used to having 30 FPS. It's weird. But if it's always stable at 30 with better image quality, I don't know. Trying it. Like technically if you never lag because you put at 30 max, you just need to get like used to it, because your eyes are calibrated at all for 30 FPS anymore. I mean, ever. I've just put it to 40 for fun, and it feels pretty good. Because this is not like an FPS, right? It's an ARPG. You don't really need that much FPS. Obviously, it's nice for the eyes, but 40 is not bad. Let's put it back to 60, see if my brain is gonna be okay or not with it. Okay, no, 60 is so much better. Dude, I wish I could run this game 120 without lagging. That'd be great. A really good trick, if you feel like you're lagging, put your game at 30 FPS, play for 5 minutes, and come back. Now you're not lagging anymore. It's like, wow, everything's beautiful. Trick your brain. Now let's go towards unexpected finis, because we're gonna gain damage based on our accuracy. Well, crit, which is damage. Yeah, I think it's really when it's the first time you enter a place, your shader are saved, and then it never happens again. Amazon. Critical strike. Hey, helm. I mean, it's not good. Has pretty bad rolls, because we need strength and dex. We're gonna keep it just in case we drop like a divine or something, and at worst we're just gonna vendor it. Forgot to put my timer again. I think I just stopped it for like 5 minutes or something. I was playing with my settings. Yeah, 40 FPS, I have no idea why. My settings are like super low. Let's try to put it back higher. More FPS! We actually have more FPS when we have a better resolution. That doesn't make sense. Right now, I don't understand. It's always at 54 to 56 FPS. Like, why? I don't understand. Super weird. 40. What? I'm not gonna lie, if that new update actually how it runs, Linux was better. Yeah, I'm reinstalling Linux. Dude, I have 50 FPS in town. What? I've never had such a low FPS. It's really weird. Super weird. I know, 30 FPS. What is going on? What? Nah, there's something wrong.
You guys won't believe this. I reinstalled Linux. And I changed the OS for Pop OS. And it's pretty solid. I have some FPS drop, but I also had FPS drop with Windows. So far, I kinda like it. The only thing that is weird is like my memory is always at 5 gig. Like I have 16 gig, so I'm not sure if there's a configuration that I did not correctly. Okay, so I was recording and stuff. I killed the boss in Act 2, I mean, and everything crashed for some reason because I was playing in the settings, and yeah, I lost the video. I think I lost like where I was at. I lost everything. So yeah, that's what it is. I killed the boss. I crashed instantly. I didn't even get the loot or anything. Because honestly, like Linux has been running really smoothly, except for that. So hopefully it was just because I was playing in the settings nonstop. I was playing like in the setting options, and I think I just played too much with it during the fight and it crashed. Hopefully it was just that. And I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm running 60 FPS and look at the graphics. I'm running full HD, which I never used to be able to do. Getting closer to the Whirling. Oh! We need to check that again. But I think there was no animation of her exploding. Yeah. Okay, no, we see the animation. We see it. It's not bugged. We're just not good at the game. It's okay. It's perfect. Monkey. We're gonna be extremely careful because I'm pretty sure we die one shot here, even if we play Rake. And the reason why is because we're we're full. That was close. We're full item rarity. We have no armor. We have like 16%. It's horrible. Pretty easy to not get hit, I guess. Oh yeah. I crashed. I think we have to try something else. We'll try something new in the settings. Apparently, NVIDIA is not running very well on Vulkan, so we can try. Let's try DirectX 12 and see how it goes. We're crashing too much right now. It's kind of unplayable. I need to try stuff and get a fix. Because honestly, I was playing Linux and it was fine for a really long time, and now I'm crashing all the time. So there's probably something that I changed. I'll try to revert it. Okay, so we're gonna be installing Proton GE because we were just running Proton Experimental, and hopefully this fix all the problems we have. Proton GE, let's go. Okay, so Proton GE 1010 was not launching. I checked online and it was like the best version is apparently 927 at the moment, so we'll try that. Oh yeah, the game is launching. So hopefully this fixes our crash, because performance-wise, it's going so well right now with Linux. The only problems we had was we were crashing randomly. By the way, don't mind the timer. I can't anymore. Like, I was trying to keep up with it, but like every time I crash, I have to like stop it, or like I crash, then my OBS crash, and then I have to put back the timer. And once everything is going well and we're not crashing anymore, like ever. Oh, that's normal. That wasn't there before. It was gone. Yeah, sometimes the game is just not loading right now. There's some artifact. The problem is I know how to fix it on Windows. On Linux, or the other hand, I cannot really change it manually in NVIDIA because there's no panel for NVIDIA. Yeah, we crashed. I don't know, there's something wrong going on. Maybe a memory leak or something. I know my memory is always at 5 gig, so that could be it. I think we need to find the memory leak and fix it.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit pissed off. So, we're gonna keep going with the non-hardcore SSF, I guess. The only problem is we lost our stash. That's kinda sad. I'm not gonna lie, I've never died to lag like that. And honestly, I could have not died. It's just because I wanted to come back, and by alt-tabbing, the game comes back. But on Linux, for some reason, there's like a little delay before the alt-tab comes back, and the delay was enough for the bubble to kill me. That's it. Otherwise, I could have just left, and I would have been fine. Could have waited like 15 minutes, and everything would have been okay. Oh well. We are on a fresh Windows 10 install right now. This is honestly, the most stable way to play the game for me right now is Windows 10. Windows 11, terrible. Linux is fine until it's not. The only problem is it crashes all the time for some reason. I don't know why. I think it has to do with Steam and Proton, something like that. But honestly, once they make Linux native, if they do, like just straight up an installer directly on Linux, no need of Steam, this game is 100% gonna run the best on Linux. I hope they do it. Dude, 13 all attributes. Never mind. The good thing about being in SSF right now is that if we die at Arbiter, we can keep trying. In a hardcore, we wouldn't be able to do that. We would need to farm again for it. We're super close to Whirling Assault. 2 levels. The only problem, we don't have a single quarterstaff because we had some, but since we died and now we're on SSF, we don't have anything. We're kind of lagging a little bit because our shader bar is always like loading since we are on a new install. Hopefully kind of fix itself when we have all the later preloaded on our computer. Not preloaded, but saved. Okay, we're level 41. Time to gamble. Where is Alva? I can't find her. I guess we cannot even gamble. We don't have a single quarterstaff, so even if we're 41, we cannot even switch. How sad. Let's do the Temple of Chaos, why not? Maybe we're gonna drop a quarterstaff. Please drop a Rhino, quarterstaff Rhino. What a bird. How are you? Whoa! What? We almost died. We're not playing hardcore, but we're playing like it's hardcore. Our death didn't count. Hey, we did it. I think what makes the most sense right now is probably damage with Predatory Instinct. Dude, how come there's no quarterstaff at this shop? Okay, well. That's it. Cruel, here we come. Quarterstaff, quarterstaff, quarterstaff. Quarterstaff. We finally have one. Whirling Assault. Heavy swing for less attack speed. But we're gonna go unyielding and unabating. We don't have very good gear yet, but we have 41% armor. Let's see what happens when we do Whirling Assault. 68. Holy, it does no damage. It does no damage. Wait, what? Is that for real? That's the damage? Yeah, they might want to rebalance this. Okay, this is horrible. Shattering Palm and Whirling Assault kind of works together though. Wang, 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 wang. It's so bad. How did the damage is so bad? Yeah, we need Infernal Cry for sure. Don't have a choice. It's already much better. And it's kind of weird, you cannot really control it. Like, the only reason it's a little bit good is just because of the Shattering Palm. There's no other reason. We're lacking a lot of damage too, because we are full strength and stuff. We would need Killer of the Cage God, but we don't have it. The only damage we have right now is Crushing Verdict. We're going towards Overwhelm, and after that we're going towards Singular Purpose. So maybe after we get all of these, our damage is going to be okay, but for now it's horrendous. It's horrendous. And you can't really move with it. It's really awkward. Like if you attack a target, it goes on the target and that's it. I don't know, it's a very awkward skill. I mean, to be fair, we're using like okay. We don't have a lot of damage, and we're using 2 support gems that do no damage. And our weapon is not really good. We are doing negative damage. At least we're surviving. You know, that skill needs heavy rebalance. Because look at the damage. We are in the 50% extra damage. We barely do damage. The only thing that makes it good a bit is if you do Infernal Cry before. By the way, guys, I'm sorry, but I cannot play 1080. I lag too much while recording. This is much more stable. So image quality is going to be a bit worse, but hopefully it's not too big of a deal. I honestly have no idea how we're going to get to Arbiter with this build. This is terrible. Nah, it's literally unplayable. Supercharged Slam was so much better and way more fun too, and tankier and more damage. There was just yeah, no, I gave up, guys. I gave up. I can't. It's a mixture of it's a mixture of having died because of Linux and reinstalling my OS like 25 times, and and the fact that this is just so bad. We need better quality on the water. That hurts my eyes. Okay, that's better. Peace.